Hi designers, I have some exciting news to share. Our team has made an important update to how retainers sync with QuickBooks. If you log into your Design Files account and navigate to the top right-hand corner to jump into your settings and select the QuickBooks sync, you'll now see the option that lets you map retainers to a liability account of your choice. By default, the retainers will sync to the Design Files liability suspense account, which acts as a placeholder. However, you can select the correct liability account from the drop-down list, which will display all of the accounts that you've set up within your QuickBooks Online chart of accounts. Now, you may be thinking, what's a liability account and why is it important? A liability account is used to track money that you've received but haven't earned yet, like client retainers. Since a retainer is a prepayment for future work, it's considered a liability until the work is completed. Mapping retainers correctly ensures your financial records are accurate and your revenue is reported at the right time. Now, how this update improves your workflow, with this update, you now get more flexibility to choose exactly where retainers are mapped in QuickBooks Online. You'll get better accuracy since retainers will now properly increase and decrease the liability account. And of course, a smoother workflow. No more manual adjustments or extra work to track retainers correctly. Now, if you'd like to see that in action, in your Design Files account, you can create a retainer. When you mark a retainer as paid in Design Files, it will sync to QuickBooks and increase the selected liability account. You'll notice my retainer is currently in sync and I have my QuickBooks Online account open in this tab here. To locate that liability account, I will go to my apps, jump into my accounting tab, and navigate to the chart of accounts. Now, I've done a quick search for the keyword liability, and you will see my Design Files liability suspense account being displayed here with an open balance of $2,000, which reflects that retainer that I sent over. Now, let's say, for example, you have a retainer that your client has paid, and now you want to take some of that balance to pay an invoice that you've sent to your client. You'll want to navigate to the Invoice tab just to the left of Retainers. And you'll notice here, I have an invoice awaiting payment. I can click the three dots and record a payment. From my payment method, I can select the drop-down list and locate Retainer. That will allow me to see the available balance that I have. Under the amount, I will input the amount that my client is to pay for this invoice, which I'm simply pulling from that prepayment they've already made. I'll select the date of payment. I have the option to add in any notes, and of course, I can send a payment receipt to my client. For now, I'm going to record that payment. Now that I've recorded my payment, you can see Design Files is sending my invoice over to QuickBooks. Now that the invoice is in sync with QuickBooks Online, I can navigate back to QuickBooks Online, jump into that chart of accounts, and I can now see within the register that my balance has been updated, reflecting the payment applied towards that invoice. Now, if the invoice is fully paid with the retainer, the QuickBooks invoice total will be $0 and be marked as deposited. The applied amount will also reduce the liability account balance accordingly. We've also included additional improvements such as the naming convention used within a invoice. I can now locate invoice 600 by going to the magnifying glass at the top of my account, typing in 600 and selecting invoice 600 here. Now that I have this invoice opened up, I can see that retainer payments are now being grouped by project as a single line item, keeping our records neat and organized. We also streamline the naming, meaning that we've improved how items and liability lines appear in QuickBooks Online, making it easier to track. Now you can clearly see the retainer and the project name. This update gives you more control, greater accuracy, and a hassle-free way to manage retainers. We're so excited for you to try it out. Let us know if you have any questions, and happy designing.